What's up, guys? It's your boy Justin. So I'm doing my review on Final Fantasy 7. Normally, I would have at least a physical copy of the game here, but I played the digital Ps4 version, so it's like, what would it matter if I showed you? Oh, like I have the original PS1, and I have the Nintendo Switch combo pack, which comes with literally that version of the game, plus Final Fantasy 8. So if you want to own the HD remaster of Final Fantasy 7, it's best to get that if you have a Switch, obviously. Which I don't know if they actually made like a PS4 version of that combo pack in Europe, because that was from Europe, by the way. So I finally played the 1996 or 97 Final Fantasy 7 game, which I forget who directed it. It wasn't Sakaguchi. And Tetsuya Nomura just did the character designs, I'm pretty sure. Which I've been playing fucking Ever Crisis, dude, and holy shit. Oh my god. Would have been nice if they if for the HD remaster they used those character models for the chibi sprites or whatever the fuck. Oh my god, whatever. That came out later. Oh my god. Which, dude, I remember when the HD remaster for Final Fantasy 7 came out, people were mad pissed off because it was like literally what happened. People thought it was gonna be a remake, and then it was just a remaster. So what the fuck? And then 3 years later, they finally made remake, which is I have mixed feelings on remake. But yeah, let's talk about the classic Final Fantasy 7. It took me 44 hours to beat, and that's probably because three quality of life changes they made with the HD remaster is when you have if you push down both sticks on both analog sticks, you can get rid of random battles, and if you press down the left one, you can speed up the game, so you can grind faster. And then on the right one, which I never use, it gives you a stat boost to all your stats or whatever the fuck. And I think maybe it does haste too. I don't know. I never did that shit. So yeah, I really enjoyed this game, even though it was the first, because it was the first one of the modern Final Fantasy games where hey, we're moving away from the classic fantasy sci-fi setting, right? And we're moving to more urban, more urban fantasy setting, even though it's cyberpunk. It's clearly cyberpunk. The bad guys are evil corporation and a psycho ex-soldier from the evil corporation that performed experiments on him, which is funny, dude, because you were it's funny because this game I've played the prequel. I played the spin-offs, and it wasn't until I was 19 or 20 or whatever the fuck when I eventually got an original copy of Final Fantasy 7, because I didn't have that growing up because it was mad expensive, dude. It wasn't until I first got into retro gaming where it's oh yeah, the price went down. Even though it was I think I paid 30 or 40 bucks for my copy of Final Fantasy 7, and now it goes for 50 bucks, which was a steal back then, because growing up it was it went from 70 to 80 bucks, dude. Yeah. Sorry, people. So yeah. Not very energetic review. I'm sorry. I'm killing time because I'm ordering pizza right now. Even though I just did grocery shopping, I bought steak, and I'm yeah, I don't feel like having steak today. I'm gonna have pizza instead. I'll season the steak and eat it tomorrow, dude. Fucking But fuck, dude, this game, dude. I wanted it's a classic for the reason there's so many cool characters. The aesthetics are great. The CG cinematics are great. The art design is great. And then it's the thing where it's oh, we're not fighting an evil witch or a crazy knight or whatever the fuck, evil warlock. No, it's this corporation that's fucking up the planet. that are authoritarian as fuck. They make their own rules. We have a fake democracy. That evil corporation runs everything. We need to stop them, because they're not only are they fucking up everything, like they fuck up our society, but it's also a thing where like, oh, they're also killing the planet. So you have all these group of characters that are basically eco-terrorists trying to take out this fucking like evil corporation, which one of them turns out to be a traitor, which he's not actually. I mean, he's like, he works for Shinra, right? Which I was given fake spoilers to the game, because I was told that it was Hojo, the evil mad scientist that was controlling fucking Kate Sif, or whatever the fuck, however you pronounce his name. And it turns out it wasn't him. He's like a stuffed animal character, dude. Well, he's like a cat riding a stuffed animal. They're both robots or whatever the fuck. Which I barely used him. Like, once it was real he was a traitor, I'm like, fuck this guy. You're not in the party anymore. Only to accidentally put him in my final fucking party, because the final boss fight is like, it's just like in fucking Final Fantasy 6, where you have so many characters, you have to put them in like so many party members in this game. You have to put them in 3 separate parties, only for them not to use one of my fucking parties, by the way. The one that had fucking Vincent in it, who's like my favorite fucking character, by the way. Which you can skip. You can miss out on getting Vincent in your party, and you can miss out on getting Yuffie in your party in this game, by the way. But it's super easy to recruit them if you use a guide, obviously. It was easier to get Vincent to join my party than the fucking Yuffie, because Yuffie would not spawn. The guy lied to me. The guy told me Yuffie spawns in the Jonin area. She spawns in Gongaga, dude. So it's like, what the fuck, guy? You fucking lied to me, dude. So that was bullshit. Also, just like in Rebirth, you have all the different mini games in this game, especially like but they're mostly in the casino area, and then you have the RTS fucking game in Fort Condor, which I barely did that, dude. That game is more. If you have a shitload of money, that game's super easy. If you don't have a shitload of money, that mini game sucks, dude. Which I love I love the game, because it came out in the 90s, where you had X-Files, and you had like a lot of weird sci-fi shit going on. Alright, so everybody was tuning on conspiracy stuff and weird sci-fi shit, so like all of that was in fucking Final Fantasy 7, dude. And you also had the thing where like all the planets are a living thing, we have to protect it. Which he reused that idea for Spirits Within, which, that movie is like, Which I have that movie on DVD, and I think I have it on Blu-ray too, I don't fucking remember. But yeah, have I ever reviewed that movie on the channel? I should have. But yeah, the game's like, the shiny part of the game is that you have classic turn-based combat. And because of the materia system, you can build your characters the way you want them to be, even though like you can just like, so like you're limited because of the materia slots, that you can't have everybody be everything, right? Every man, right? You have to decide, okay, this character is going to be a saboteur, this character is going to give buffs, this one's going to be a black mage, this one's going to be a white mage, shit like that. This one's going to be a thief, and this one's going to be a tank. Which the problem with the materia system is that the more materia your characters have, the more your stats get lowered, only for like the late game or whatever the fuck. You get HP plus, magic plus, and like MP plus, materia. Which if you max them out, it'll spawn a new one that's clear that you can level up again, which I thought that was cool. And that even works for the summon materia, which one fucking problem with the game is that not only is there missable events in the game, but there's also missable materia, including summon materials and stuff like that if you're not paying attention. And also, one other fucking problem I have with the game is that there's shit in the game, like, unless you use the guide, you wouldn't fucking know, right? And I'm not just talking about the Vincent, or like even like there's a point where I was stuck in the game. I'm like, where the fuck am I supposed to go? Oh, I'm supposed to take the submarine, and the submarine, which kind of sucks because you can only really use it in the middle ocean. right? Because there's too much reefs and shit in the way for you to go anywhere else. There's like special caves where you're supposed to get like a key item to advance the story, dude. Yeah. And there's also the thing where, like, what really fucked me over is that I didn't really... All my best materia I kept for 3 major characters that I was planning to use to beat the final boss. And because I didn't know about the different parties, right? You have to set up different parties to fight Sephiroth. So I had, like, my guys with the best materia in each of the 3 parties, only for, like, whatever party that Cloud's in, he uses for the final fight with Sephiroth. So, like, I got fucked over big time. Only because I only was able to beat Sephiroth, even though I didn't have my best materia on Cloud, obviously, because I built him to be more melee based, but he did have enemy skills, which is basically blue magic in this game, and blue magic is OP in this game, dude. So you want to have at least one character learning enemy skills in the game, dude, because like they're not as good as like Ultima or whatever, or Comment, but there are skills that are just as good, dude, almost as good. So I just had like, there was like a boss monster right before Sephiroth that had like really strong magic skills that that they used on Cloud, and like Cloud learned it, and I was able to beat Sephiroth with those fucking skills, like Dark Flare, dude. Dark Flare's OP. So yeah. So you just want to be, unless you want to grind and max out all the best material and have them all on your different party members, make sure to learn enemy skills throughout the game and put them on Cloud, dude. Yeah. And be prepared, better prepared. Yeah. So I really enjoyed the game. And what's really great about the game is that despite the fact that the game was really easy, it was fucking... Normally I have this problem where if a game's too easy, I lose interest and I stop playing. But like this RPG, it's one of those RPGs where you feel powerful, and despite the fact that you feel super powerful, you don't get bored playing the game, because the game is just that fun, dude, with the combat and the different characters, and you never know what bullshit's gonna happen where it's gonna fuck you up too. Also, there is a problem with the game where I kind of got locked into the final area and couldn't leave. So it's like, oh fuck, that kind of sucked. But you know, because I was told there was an option where you could save and not go to the final area, right? But it was like, oh, I couldn't do that because like the fucking airship crashed. So I had to go into the North Cave, which is the final area of the game. But yeah, so there's also a lot of optional events. So if you want to do everything in the game, make sure to have a guide so you're not missing out on shit, dude. Yeah. So yeah, my pizza should be ready by now. So I really enjoyed the game. It really does hold up. Though the ending was like, huh? The ending was like, what the fuck, dude? Because the ending... You have no idea if humanity survived at the end of the game, dude. You just get like a time skip, and like it's like 500 years later. So you see like Red 13 still alive, and he's despite the fact that he's like supposed to be the last of his like race, he has like kids. So it's like, huh? Which those kids were in Advent children. So in like 500 years, they were still like, you know, kids. That made no fucking sense. Oh my god. Advent children fucked up. Whatever the fuck. I mean, I guess with Advent children, now it's canon that like, and they're just Cerberus that like, oh yeah, like humanity did survive. But yeah, so that was my only problem. Yeah, so there's like missable content, you know, missable material, but like other than that, the game's like really easy. As long as you use a guide, you should beat the game, no fucking problem, dude. Yeah. So yeah, that's it for this review, guys. If we get enough likes, comments, or whatever the fuck, we might do a poll for my next Final Fantasy game review. Yeah, but yeah, I'm gonna take a break from playing Final Fantasy how I'm gonna do things this year is like I'm gonna do a game review and then book review, and you know, that. So like, you know, because I have a huge backlog of books I want to go through, and I have a backlog. I want to like finish my Final Fantasy game collection, dude. Like all the Final Fantasy games I never beaten, I want to beat them this year, dude. Because I might have to give up gaming, for real. Yeah. So I want to beat all my Final Fantasy games before I have to quit gaming. Yeah. And Dragon Quest maybe too. I don't quite know. All right, guys. Peace out.